We have a dog carrier on our bed, literally on our bed.
And we have nowhere to put it. So it's going to be like constantly there.
But the look on these two's face when we bring them to the winery is going to be amazing.
It's going to be worth it.
Oh, look at you, Junebug. You guys are fine.
Do they like it?
I don't know if they like it, but...
How's everybody doing?
Well, we survived. Poop-free, incident-free. That was kind of a rough little... Oh, now he wants to go back inside. He did not like that at all.
Yeah, it's a little stressful on all of us, I think.
Here we go, leaving one of our, I don't want to say favorite campgrounds, but we've been here numerous times over the years. This is Fiesta Grande in Casa Grande, Arizona, and this is where we spent COVID. But it might be our very last time because they are an age-qualified park, 55 and older. And this last time they were kind of like, we probably shouldn't let you in. But today we are doing something fun and we are planning a visit to Lectric e-bikes. Now many of you know that we've been with Rad Power Bikes for the past couple years and we've loved our Rad Rover full-sized e-bikes. But with everything in RV life, things are always changing for us. Sizing, up and down, getting rid of stuff, purging, getting new things, trying stuff out. And what we want to do now is go smaller, lighter, and Lectric is known for their foldable e-bikes. They're a lot smaller, a lot more portable. And so we're going to check out the entire lineup today.
So as we evolved with the trailer and with getting two dogs, the Rad Power Bikes just started to get used less and less. And since they were so heavy at 70 pounds plus each, it was something that Aaron was the sole person to take on and off the hitch. It was one more thing for him to do. I was not comfortable lifting them up and down. I physically could, but it was awkward and I just didn't want to do it.
And it really wasn't that hard to do. It was just one more step or stage of things to unpack when we got somewhere and to unpack or pack back up when we're leaving. And with, you know, all of RV life, you kind of make these decisions. We're only here for a day or two or three. Do we take the e-bikes off or don't we? And they just ended up staying on the hitch a lot more than what we wanted.
Yeah, just like any habit building law, if it's not easy to do, you're gonna negotiate and debate with yourself and then you're not gonna do it. So we really want something that's really easy, really just like, you don't even need to think about it. You just get in, you take it out and you're done and you're set up.
This is June's third big travel day, and we gotta say, she is just a good little puppy. She has very low anxiety, especially compared to Louie. Louie does a lot of whimpering on travel day. He's gotten a lot better. He used to be very, very nervous on travel days, but he's gotten better with the addition of her, I think, and she's just an easygoing dog. She is just happy and content as long as we're all here.
And Louie had quite the event this morning. As Aaron was getting ready to take the dogs out, he saw a big old jackrabbit outside and he bolted, which is very, very scary for us. It's the first time this has ever happened. And of course it happened on a travel day when we have a time schedule to keep. And Aaron and I were both looking around the park for, it was only 10 minutes, but it felt like 2 hours.
2 minutes from the Lectric headquarters, taking our exit, the final exit. Smooth, easy drive. Phoenix is one of those cities that is large, but not too large. One thing we still like about being small in the RV is that going to new areas like this doesn't really scare us too much. Here we are coming up to the Lectric building. And where are we gonna park? That guy looks like he's, well, that's the fire lane. We don't want to go there.
We did warn them and ask if there's space for a travel trailer, and they said yes, because the showroom is closed, so we won't be disturbing their regular customer parking. So that was really nice. Thank you, Lectric.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent spot to like back into.
Nailed that. Didn't I? Okay, we made it. Yay! And we're on time. We're right on schedule. We're 20 minutes before our meeting so we can walk the pups, get them set up, and I don't know, lint roll our clothes, right?
Sure.
The anxiety is kicking in.
June's doing great. Louie's kicking it up a notch. All right, well, we don't have June fully crate trained yet. We've only had her for about a month or so. She does really well in it, riding in the truck, but we really haven't had a whole lot of time to leave her by ourselves. We're really bad dog owners because we're always with them 100%. So we create this separation anxiety atmosphere, and we need to do better at actually leaving the dogs alone and let them chill out. And that's why we wanted to get a second dog as well, so that Louie and June could have each other while Chris and I can have each other alone. And it is Phoenix, high temps today, maybe in the 80s, so we're gonna make sure our air conditioner is set on. Again, we love running this off the batteries in situations like this. I can only imagine if I had to ask if we could run our generator just to keep our pets safe, but we can definitely just have the AC on. It's nice and cool in here actually, from the morning and overnight coolness. But we're gonna get the kennel set up and see what we can do. I don't think I'm gonna pop the slide out today. Usually we put Louie's kennel in the corner so it's nice and tucked out of the way, but we kind of want them to be able to see each other, so we're just gonna set them next to each other so they can at least have some company while they're locked up in their cage. Barely enough room to fit this, but not bad. So we'll have one kennel there, one kennel here. All right, not a whole lot of room.
But it actually looks fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could have left his kennel back in the corner, but I just wanted to like have them next to each other. And
yeah, and this way too we can, are you gonna set up a camera?
yes.
So
Yeah,
then you get them in one viewfinder?
that's true. Very true.
Okay, I think all we need to do is get the camera set up. I see the AC's rocking.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. And we have plenty of battery.
Yep,
And we
fully
can-
charged up.
And we can drain it all the way down. And then we're ready to go.
Let's do it.
I better get you. The life of dog owners. And they are super low shedding, super small hairs, but
Yeah, well, this is black.
yeah, when we want you to look your best.
You doggies having fun? What's mom doing with that thing?
This is,
She doesn't know how to work it.
it's irritating me.
How do you work that thing? Oh, she doesn't know how to work it.
Am I going the wrong direction?
Possibly.
I need to go this way. We just walked into the showroom and we are in the main entrance. We're about to get a little mini tour from our friend Christian, and we're gonna get to see all the goodies.
Yeah, the challenge, get these two bikes in the tote, in the trunk. Yeah, you got your practice now.
I am a bike folding master guru.
key, I think, is if you hand me the tires, so I can take half the weight,
Yeah.
and then you try to hold on to the back. I cannot believe those bikes fit in the back.
I cannot believe those bikes fit in the back.
So I've seen everybody use these totes to put their electric bikes in. They fold them up, put them in the tote, and then they slide the tote into the back of their SUV or truck or whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, these are gonna be the lights, the smallest, the easiest, and I'm just gonna put them both in this giant tote that we have. Well, that didn't happen.
It's like you've been saving this tote since the tent days just for, like, I don't know, putting a light bike in it?
Maybe. What happened was, maybe I could fit them both in there standing up, but you know, if you have a tonneau cover on the back of your truck, it's about 20 inches height. You can barely fit, you can't even fit a 30-pound propane cylinder underneath your tonneau cover. So that's just kind of what it is. And luckily I was able to move stuff around, Tetris it in, just like the good old tent days. And they're in there. So we're now on our way up to Valle Verde, Thousand Trails Park. We've been there many times. It's up in Cottonwood, Arizona. We're running away from this heat that's coming down here, the 95 plus degree temperature in the Phoenix area.
And it's perfect timing because last week it was pretty freezing in Cottonwood, and so as we're going up with the heat wave, it's gonna be like perfectly warm there.
Yeah.
And where are we right next to where are we gonna be right next to?
There's a pet-friendly vineyard right next door. So the interesting thing about Thousand Trails is sometimes you have first come, first serve sites. So that can always make it a little nerve-wracking. And I remember at first we were really bad at picking out sites. We were just very indecisive. We wanted to get the best one, and it would take us way too long.
Oh, it would take us way too long. We would circle around, we would canvass the entire area at least once in full to see everything. And then like we would sit and debate about which one's better.
I think we've gotten better. You know, we have a typically the smaller rig, 26-foot travel trailer, so it can get into a lot of the smaller sites as well. But we want to be comfortable there too. Now we got the dogs to think about, and this park has premium sites up top where you can actually like see Sedona.
And they legit are primo.
Yeah, something we'd actually probably pay for. I think
we
it's
tried
like,
paying for on this one, but we couldn't get a spot.
It's like $5 or $10 extra per night.
And also those premium spots here get a little bit better service because they're lifted up higher.
Yes, they get better cell service. It is really a pretty area around here. You can see the red rocks way far in the distance. And it's not a bad Thousand Trails. It's on the way up towards Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon, and it's only an hour away from Phoenix.
And here's the entrance to the winery.
Oh yeah, the winery, Alcantara.
It's literally at the same entrance point.
Can you get any more convenient than that?
And this is not the only Thousand Trails that's next to a winery. One other one that sticks out to me is Russian River in California. And that one we took our e-bikes to. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Super windy here.
Super windy. It just all of a sudden got this super windy when we pulled in. There was a little bit of chop recently on the highway, but it was a pretty good drive.
This park's kind of on a hill too, so there's lots of little sections, lots of little areas. So they gave us a little map with circles on what's available.
I will say that's super helpful when they do that.
Yes, they don't all do that.
They definitely don't all do that. It's very rare for people to do that just because it's a lot of inventory to manage with people coming and going all day. So this section here is the Primo, section M.
Yes, this is where the nice sites are up on top of the hill. These are the big houses on top of the hill.
And they get that nice view.
Yeah, pretty. back in here, a little back in sight. Looks much better. All right, that is enough of the travel day. I'm over it. You're over it.
It was a long day. Our patience is being tested right now.
Yeah, we did end up in a good spot. We're happy to be here. Feels good, but we're just crammed. We have, you know, anytime we add something new, we have too much stuff in the RV. So now I gotta find room. We have a dog carrier on our bed, literally on our bed.
And we have nowhere to put it. So it's gonna be like constantly there.
But the look on these two's face when we bring them to the winery is gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be worth it. All right, we are going to unpack, we're gonna relax, and we're gonna see you on a different day again.
When we're in a better mood.
Aaron's grumpy.
I'm over it.
Yeah, we had a really long day.
Louis almost ran away today. We had a decent little travel day, and we had a big film job.
Yeah. And we're underhydrated and we're underfed.
Yeah, yep.
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah. But the dogs are finally eating. We're gonna eat and sleep good tonight.
After we clean and set up.
After more work.
After more work. We have about an hour more work to do and then we can relax. But you know what? Life is good, and as our new friends at Lectric say, it's a great day for a great day. That's gonna be my new motto, man. I don't know.
You're a heavy. First thing I'm checking is my Insti connection. You can see it gets a really good signal, and we got a lot of green bars, but it's pretty spotty here, so I'm not sure what is gonna have to be done. We're gonna have to do a little more testing, but it's kind of interesting. It's picking up the signal, but I think the signal is pretty degraded.
If I were to guess, I'm just gonna throw it out there, we're probably gonna end up doing Starlink because the website that I use for work is super cloud data heavy.
Grab June.
Hey, get out of there! Get out of there! Oh!
Well, Chris was right. We did end up using Starlink. And this is probably the third or fourth time that we have used it since InstiConnect sent us out their 5G system last summer. So we've had it for about 10 months or so. And if you haven't seen our InstiConnect video, basically InstiConnect is a rooftop antenna as well as a 5G and 4G modem inside. So it's a very nice high-end internet solution, but you still need to use a SIM card from one of the major carriers. So we've always used our Verizon SIM card that we've had since 2019. So I was really excited to come to this park again because I knew the Verizon signal was very, very spotty here. As you enter this Thousand Trails Park, you are on top of the plateau, and as you drive down into the different sections of the park, you basically are going down to the river, and it just goes down, 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 and it's a pretty steep hill. So I don't know exactly where the towers are, but I imagine the tower's up here, and as you go down, you're down like this. So the line of sight for the towers is very, very spotty here, and I was hoping that the InstiConnect was going to pick up a better signal than what we did before with our window antenna on our hotspot, but it still didn't. And now it's very different from spot to spot, as well as the different sections. So it's really hard to compare an exact location because we were actually in a different section last time. But what I've learned over the past 10 months or so with the InstiConnect system is that it is not a replacement for like a directional antenna. You know, those antennas you see up on the pole, really high up in the sky, and it's pointing directly at the tower. Those are designed to get long-range signals from far away. The InstiConnect is an omnidirectional, so it picks up from all directions all around, and it does a really, really good job at doing that, but it is not gonna pick up or boost the signal or pick up a signal from extremely far away. So in the past 10 months, we've been to a lot of different locations. And so I think it bodes very well that we've only had to bust out Starlink a handful of times. And at least one of those times, it was because of the congestion on our Verizon. I believe it was in Quartzsite. So we're on a downgraded Verizon plan. It's truly unlimited, but it is downgraded to network congestion if you get into certain areas and it's really busy at peak times. But most of the time, we don't ever have to worry about that. And really, it's just the locations where the cell tower signal can't hit our RV were the locations that we had to use Starlink. So far, we really like having Starlink as a backup system. I like that you can pause it. The downside to that is that they keep raising the price. It's $150 a month. So if we do need it for a week, it's $150, or for that entire month, it's $150. So as that continues to creep up, I guess I'm glad that that's not our full-time use, so we don't have to pay that every single month. And we're just glad that we have it as a backup, and the InstaConnect and our Verizon SIM card are working great the rest of the time. So just wanted to give that little update on how the InstaConnect has been working now that we've had it for almost a year coming up this summer. We are so overloaded in this truck. I can't believe we actually fit everything in here, including those bikes. Last night it was 27 degrees out, so I didn't hook the water up. It's supposed to be really nice after that, so we'll get that hooked up, but I figured I don't want to hassle with it. Chris has ordered meat from that CSR that she did down here in Arizona, so she's got to go up to the office and pick up meat. So we're going to hook up this bike for her, get them charged up, and she's going to use the pet carrier to haul the meat back down here. Not sure the best way to get these things in or out. We're still learning. All I can say is at least they're light, relatively speaking. Oh yeah, that kind of works. Probably shouldn't be wearing flip-flops. Okay, all right, that's not bad. Ah. Actually really easy. I think we are going to like these bikes quite a bit. You just can't beat 46 pounds for an e-bike. I think that's just so amazingly light. And I know they're not as big and maybe not as comfortable to ride for long periods of time. We don't know yet. You know, they have skinnier tires, they don't have suspension on them, but just the weight and the convenience factor, that's gonna be spot on. Now I gotta get Chris's down. Our last Rad Rovers weighed, I think, over 70 pounds, 71, 72, 73 pounds. That's pretty heavy, so having these weigh just over 45 pounds is quite a bit lighter. Check this out. The pups are gonna love it. Is Christine gonna love it? Let's find out. All right, your chariot's all rigged up.
Yay!
Ready to go. It looks pretty sweet. You know, the funny thing about it is that the wagon is actually just like a travel trailer. So as you like are backing up, it moves like a travel trailer. It's good. It's good practice. For me.
I'm a pro.
For me.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to get going. I have to finish up what I'm in the middle of, and then I'm going to go pick up my meat. I'm going to look like a crazy meat lady out there. So the story with the meat is, you guys know I got my CPR shipment and I loved it so much that I want to make sure my freezer is full because they only ship to the state of Arizona and New Mexico. And as you know, we are about ready to skedaddle out of Arizona. So I want to make sure my freezer's full. Okay, good Basenjis. Yes, good Basenjis. Okay, yeah, we made it. We made it outside. Whee!
Watch the Starlink.
Watch the Starlink. What are you running towards your new Uber?
Oh, Louis sees that. He's like, what is that ride?
We've got power. Okay, let's go. Okay, see you. Bye-bye. Okay, so I made it back and the mission was successful, except I could not fit the meat box inside of my little pet carrier. So
it doesn't work as well for
it was just like too big and square. It just didn't fit. So one of the nice rangers here saw me struggling and he insisted that he brings the meat down to me. Now, he should show up any minute. I hope he doesn't steal my meat because he asked what was in the box and I told him and he got very interested in keeping it for himself. But the ride was super awesome, great. It really feels good to be back on a bike again. And the best part was, a couple best parts. One, it climbed up that hill like a champ and I didn't even need to go all the way up to power level 5. So I still had plenty of power in reserve. And then secondly, this little pet carrier pulled really nicely. I didn't even know it was there, even with it being empty.
Oh, there he is.
Here's my package.
Awesome.
Okay. This is shipment number 2 that I've received, so I have a little bit more knowledge on what to expect. These come really well packed. Super cold, ice cold. Everything comes frozen and it comes with dry ice, which I've never experienced or handled dry ice before, so that was a little intimidating for me, but it's not a big deal.
What's the price comparison to like shopping in the grocery store?
It's a lot more.
Is it a lot more?
It's significantly more, yeah, than conventional meat. So anytime you go towards organic or pasture raised, you are gonna pay more. And that's because the animals are getting a lot more quality food themselves. And even just like taking them out and roaming on land, like land is expensive. The cost to raise them is a lot more. And then not only that, but because they're being raised on what their diet should be, they're not getting like as puppies. The animals that are pasture raised tend to be smaller than factory farmed meat. So you're not going to get as much meat on a pasture raised cow as you do.
They're not plumped up full of.
Yeah, they're not plumped up full of hormones and Skittles and feather crud. So I personally feel like if you can afford it, it's worth the investment in your health because the nutrients are so much better.
What are we going to do when we leave the state?
I don't know. When we leave the state, we're going to need to find...
We're going to Texas, so maybe there's something...
We're going to need to find a new supplier, and we're just going to have to spread our money throughout the country, which is the goal. And I really want to like make it a habit to support local ranchers wherever we are. So they do put this little warning in there, how to handle the dry ice. Again, it is CPR meats. I'll put a link below if you do feel like clicking on it and checking them out for yourself. This is the dry ice. Normally what I do is I just throw it down into that sink on top of the packaging. My favorite things that I got some chicken quarters. These are so good in the air fryer. They get so crispy and so delicious, like a rotisserie chicken.
Not so well on the grill.
I mean, they're fine on the grill,
Yeah.
but they're better in the air fryer. I got a bunch of sirloin steak, more skirt steak because it's delicious. We eat a lot of fajitas. I got ground pork, pork chops, sirloin pork chops, and that's about it. So our freezer is full of things that I can't get at regular grocery stores.
Louis, what's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna spread all this out for you to see.
Okay. Junebug, you need to go outside? You need to go potty? Should we go potty? June, you're vicious. She's a little monster right now. You're spicy. You need to go outside and go potty? Louis need to go potty?
Yes. Okay, how are we doing?
I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. Louis went in right away though. He definitely likes this better than the other carrier we had. It's more stable.
Yeah, because the other one was off the ground.
Yeah. Good boy. Yes. I like that his head sticks out like that, babe. He's gonna love it.
Yeah.
If he'll just sit there. They're strapped in, so. I think that's a success. No bodily injuries were involved. And we didn't even scratch up our truck. Oop, I just heard Chris yell. Hey guys, we're at the dog park. Careful. It's okay, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's your
Like
little.
nobody Peter pooped in there.
That's your little car ride.
Yeah. Okay. Where's the leash?
See, our little trick is gonna be we bring them to the dog park, and then that way they'll
That's their reward.
be excited to get in the little carrier because they're going to the dog park.
Okay.
Sneaky, huh?
Ready? Okay. Let's just go. Okay. Grandpa Sundries. Okay.
Well, we survived, poop-free, incident-free. That was kind of a rough little, oh, now he wants to go back inside. He did not like that at all.
Yeah. It was just a little stressful on all of us, I think. But
Yeah.
they made it. They made it one piece.
He's fine.
The first trip, I think the vibration was a little scary for him.
Yeah,
But at least they're down on the ground, so I
Yeah.
think that they'll get used to it.
yep. I
And
think
it was a short trip. It was a good first trip.
once he realizes that we're going somewhere fun and he gets to come with us, then it's either that or stay at home.
Yeah. Take it or leave it.
Are you ready to relax?
Yes, I'm so stressed out after this rough commute here.
That was a rough
one.
rough 1 mile, but they made it.
We all made it, yes. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. And can you believe we're right next door to it?
Yeah, that's insane. What a great property.